Hello player, today we will analyze the match between Erich Watkinson Marchand with the white pieces and Robert James Fischer with the black pieces. c4. Knight f6. Knight f3. g6. b3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight c3. For example, knight c3. Bishop g7. e4. With an advantage for white. b3. Bishop g7. Bishop b2. Kingside castling. g3. d6. Bishop g2. e5. d3. Knight from b, d7. Kingside castling. Knight e8. Queen c2. f5. d4. The evaluation became -0.8, this move was a mistake, the best move was b4. For example, b4. f5. b5. With an advantage for white. d4. e4. Knight e1. c6. e3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight c3. For example, knight c3. Bishop captures on d4. Rook d1. With a balanced game. e3. Queen e7. Knight c3. h5. Rook d1. h4. Queen e2. The evaluation became -1.6, this move was a mistake, the best move was g, captures on h4. For example, g, captures on h4. Queen captures on h4. f3. Knight from e, f6. f, captures on e4. With a balanced game. Queen e2. h, captures on g3. f, captures on g3. Knight from d, f6. Knight c2. Bishop d7. Rook b1. King h7. Knight d1. Rook h8. Knight f2. King g8. Rook from f, e1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. c5. b4. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook from f, e1. Knight h7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Bishop a3. Queen f7. With a decisive advantage for black. Knight h7. Knight h3. Knight from e, f6. Knight f4. Queen f7. Rook f1. The evaluation became -2.8, this move was a mistake, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Knight g4. Knight d4. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook f1. g5. Knight h3. g4. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Bishop a3. Rook e8. With a decisive advantage for black. g4. Knight f4. Knight g5. King f2. Rook captures on h2. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Rook h1. Knight h5. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook captures on h2. Rook h1. Rook captures on h1. Rook captures on h1. Knight e6. Knight captures on e6. Bishop captures on e6. Bishop a3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop f1. For example, bishop f1. Knight h7. Knight e1. Knight g5. Knight g2. Knight h3 check. King e1. Bishop f6. Queen d2. With an advantage for black. Bishop a3. d5. c5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop f1. For example, bishop f1. Queen c7. Knight e1. f5. c5. With a decisive advantage for black. c5. Queen c7. Queen d2. Bishop f7. Bishop f1. Knight h5. Rook g1. Bishop f6. Queen e1. King g7. King e2. Rook h8. Queen f2. The evaluation became -4.6. This move was a mistake, the best move was bishop b4. For example, bishop b4. Queen b8. Queen f2. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen f2. King g6. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was knight captures on g3. For example, knight captures on g3 check. King d1. Bishop g6. With a decisive advantage for black. King g6. Bishop b4. Knight g7. King d1. Knight e6. Knight e1. b6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight g5. For example, knight g5. Knight g2. Knight f3. With a decisive advantage for black. b6. Bishop e2. Bishop g5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight g5. For example, knight g5. Rook f1. Knight f3. Bishop captures on f3. G captures on f3. Knight g2. Queen c8. With a decisive advantage for black. Bishop g5. Rook f1. Knight g7. That was a brilliant move, capable of securing the advantage. Any other move would have made the position inferior. Knight g2. Bishop e6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was b captures on c5. For example, b captures on c5. Bishop c3. Rook h3. Knight f4 check. Bishop captures on f4. E captures on f4. c4. With a decisive advantage for black. Bishop e6. C captures on b6. A captures on b6. Knight f4 check. Bishop captures on f4. G captures on f4. c5. D captures on c5. The evaluation became -4.1. This move was a mistake, the best move was bishop c3. For example, bishop c3. Queen a7. f4. c4. King c2. b5. Rook a1. With a decisive advantage for black. D captures on c5. B captures on c5. Bishop c3. d4. Bishop b2. d3. Bishop captures on g4. F captures on g4. f5 check. Bishop captures on f5. Bishop captures on g7. Rook h5. Bishop a1. Queen h7. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was queen h2. For example, queen h2. Queen b2. Queen captures on b2. Bishop captures on b2. g3. Rook G1. Bishop G4 check. King C1. Rook H2. Bishop C3. Rook C2 check. King B1. Rook captures on C3. Rook captures on G3. King H5. Rook G2. Bishop E2. Rook H2 check. King G5. King B2. Rook C2 check. King B1. D2. Rook G2 check. King H5. King captures on C2. D1 check. King B2. Queen D2 check. King A3. Queen captures on E3. Rook H2 check. King G4. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen H7. Bishop C3. The evaluation became -3.5. This was a serious mistake. The best move was Queen F4. For example, Queen F4. Queen F7. Bishop C3. With a balanced game. Bishop C3. G3. The evaluation became 0.5. This was a serious mistake. The best move was Queen C7, black's victory. For example, Queen C7. Rook G1. C4. King D2. Rook H2. Rook G2. G3. B4. Bishop H3. Queen F6 check. King H5. King D1. Rook captures on G2. King C1. Rook C2 check. King B1. G2. Queen H8 check. King G4. Bishop E1. G1. Queen G8 check. King H5. Queen E8 check. King H6. Queen H8 check. King G6. With a decisive advantage for black. G3. The evaluation became 0.5. This was a serious mistake. The best move was Queen C7, black's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.